Now I'm going to take you to an area which I'm not sure many of you have the opportunity to visit or not. If you've been that area, whether it's Thailand, Laos, or China, southwest of China, or Myanmar, please leave a chat so I know that you've been there. You kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about in terms of the landscape. So this triangle, it's called Golden Triangle. It's basically the heaven for the criminals. Okay, if you're not very familiar with that area, let's play a clip. Okay, so I will give you some exotic themes in today's show. So let's play the video cut 2. Thank you.
When we think of the centers of the global drugs trade, we tend to think of places like South America, Mexico, or Afghanistan. But one of the most crucial and heavily armed hubs of global narco-trafficking lies in the lawless region of Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia's Golden Triangle refers to an area covering the intersecting borders of Myanmar, Laos, and Thailand. In recent years, this region has emerged as the world's fastest growing source of methamphetamine, supplying the Asian and Australian markets, where it's known as yaba or ice. The heroin trade in Asia was accelerated by the Vietnam War, with up to 20% of US soldiers developing a dependence on the drug. Gradually, this booming trade in the Golden Triangle came under the control of criminal warlords in command of huge private armies. The most successful of these narco warlords was Kun Sa, whose Shan State Army fought running wars with the Burmese and Laotian armies for decades. During the 1970s and 80s, Kun Sa was thought to control 45% of the heroin hitting the streets of New York City.
The individual primarily responsible for this worldwide devastation of drug addiction is Kun Sa and his United Shan Army. He has delivered as much evil to this world as any mafia don has ever done in our history.
Estimates range between like 10,000 to 40,000 people that he could have controlled. He had some serious weaponry, and he could phrase himself as some kind of freedom fighter, but really it was the opium power that he had built. He laid the foundation for the illicit economy, which Myanmar is still based on.
Okay, so that's just give you a little bit background information about this area that I'm about to talk. It actually has a lot to do with the United States, because you probably heard that back in even early 1990s, the 45% of heroin is coming from that area, is coming from the Golden Triangle.